The city of Atlanta privatized its water supply in the 90s to pay its debts to Wall Street. It eventually did cancel the contract at great expense because the water was tainted. We should also, since we're here, we have to talk about the World Trade Center. World Trade Center site is basically owned by multinational banks. It was largely constructed partly through insurance, but it was also constructed through what they called Liberty bonds, right? Liberty, where multinational banks would basically fund the construction of the buildings to replace the ones that were that fell down after the terrorist attacks. So, just to give you an example, Goldman Sachs needed a new headquarters. So they provided the funding to build their 40-story tower right across from the old World Trade Center site, and it cost about $3 billion. And then, right when they were getting to the end of the process, Goldman Sachs kind of started to back off a little bit, and they said, "Wait a minute! Actually, we're not sure we want to move in. We've profited already from building this office, and now we don't want to move in." And the city got really scared because they need Goldman Sachs to, for some reason, they want Goldman Sachs to be located in Lower Manhattan. So after Goldman Sachs had already profited from the building of its own office in Lower Manhattan through bonds, the city then gave them over $100 million of cash and public subsidies to then finally agree to move into the building that they had been financing. The thing with Goldman Sachs is they're the most profitable profitable firm in Wall Street history, and one of the most profitable companies in the world. They could have paid for the entire office and the entire infrastructure themselves for what they earn in about 2 months. So they don't need any public subsidies, but yet they received hundreds of millions of dollars. It's very hard to get out of these municipal bond transactions. In many cases, federal bankruptcy codes guarantee that creditors will be paid no matter what. Orange County, California declared bankruptcy in the 90s. Through negotiations with the courts, all the creditors ended up being paid. In fact, they got more money than they were